Welcome back to another episode of Daytime Corks and Spirits, presented by Georgetown Square Wine and Liquor. Back again with you, Steve. Tell me who you brought in today.
Well, thank you, Chelsea. We have Bruce. We have a wonderful winemaker from New York State today that makes outstanding wines. Bruce?
Pleased to be here.
Thank you, sir. Tell us about your winery.
So we started 17 years ago, and on the east side of Seneca Lake, we have about 190 acres now of plantable acreage. We started making wine and released them in 2013. Today we make about 10,000 cases, Riesling, Cabernet Franc, and Gewürztraminer primarily. And we sell it throughout upstate New York and up and down the East Coast.
We know that the Finger Lakes region is home to so many amazing wineries, but what do you think makes you stand out?
So I think with wine, it's a lot has to do with where you plant your vineyard and what grapes you plant there. The Finger Lakes generally is a cool climate region, and that means Riesling grows well here. It grows well particularly close to the shores of the lakes.
And by the way, they make the best Rieslings I've ever had in my life.
The best you've ever had, and he's traveled long and far.
I've had quite a few.
That's saying
quite a few.
Okay, besides your Rieslings, what else are you known for?
Well, we're known increasingly now for a red grape called Cabernet Franc. Cabernet Franc is known to be grown in France and part of the Bordeaux region, but it is probably going to be the signature red grape of the Finger Lakes.
Okay, and you've had some recent accolades. Tell us about that.
So every year, New York State invites all of its wineries to submit their wines to a competition. This past year, we were named the best white wine in New York State.
Oh, wow.
For one of our Gewürztraminer wines.
Congratulations to you. Tell me about the wines that you brought in here today.
So here in front of us we have Chardonnay, Gewürztraminer, Riesling number 239, which is a dry Riesling that we're best known for. Ovidline North Riesling, this is a Riesling that's not too sweet, not too dry, right in the middle. Next to that, our 198 Reserve Riesling. It's a slightly sweeter Riesling that goes with anything spicy. And then finally, a dessert wine. This is Riesling ice wine here.
Okay.
How do you harvest your ice wine?
So to really make ice wine the right way, you have to pick it when it's 15 degrees, and that's usually in January.
Hand-picked?
So it's all hand-picked.
Oh, wow.
And we're out there in the snow by Vineyard team and I and any volunteers that are few and far between at 15 degrees.
Wow, so it's quite an expensive task to do something like this.
It is, it is.
And why would you do that?
Well, because while the berries stay out in the vineyard into the wintertime, they dehydrate, and so the juice becomes very, very, very concentrated and also quite sweet. So you have just a very, very concentrated dessert wine here in an ice wine.
Nice. Now you have your 2022 wines coming out soon, right?
So everything in the wine world can vary from year to year. We have great years, we have typical years. 2022 was actually a great year. It was hot, it was dry, the grapes got really ripe, and any of the wines that you see with 2022 on them from the Finger Lakes are likely to all be spectacular.
Okay. Well, we know that Steve brings in nothing but the most spectacular wineries here in New York State, so thank you both for coming in. And viewers, if you don't have a chance to go out to his vineyard, guess what? You can find all of these wines in Williamsville at Georgetown Square Wine and Liquor.
Yes.
Thanks for coming in, both of you.
Thank you.
And you can learn about everything Georgetown Square Wine and Liquor has to offer by heading over to their website at gtownwine.com.